Have fun at school today.
Alright, guys. We're here. Have a good day.
Oh, we're at school. Thank you.
The annual awkward morning goodbye for the girls.
Jada's not here today because she's going to Disney.
Tis true. My in-laws are in town, and they surprised my littles with Disney. But these studious athletes here can't fit it into their schedule to get there.
Yep, their schedule.
Alright, guys. Love you.
Love you too.
Have a great morning. Alright, morning, guys. Just got the girls dropped off at school. Today's a pretty exciting day. Heading over to TPC Prestantia and hitting the stadium course. So that's pretty cool. Tomorrow we're hitting the players course over at TPC. So in theory, the stadium course is supposed to be easier. It's the one they hold the PGA Tour event on. A little more wide open. If you miss the fairways, it's not that big of a deal. But no, on a different note, and we'll have more content from that. We're gonna video the whole thing, and my nephew and I are gonna go, so it should be fun to watch. But one thing I wanted to talk about today was a thought that my pastor gave us on Sunday at church, and the statement is in context of everything going on in the country, and just the unrest. Like, it's not complicated to realize that we live in a divided country, and though we've been blessed in America to have cohesiveness for since 1776 and even a little earlier than that, a democracy historically is bound to fail. And you look at Rome and you look at Greece and then America, our democracy has far outlasted those of the ancient democracies. There are a few other countries in the world that work similarly, but nothing quite like America. And with the platforms that we have today, like YouTube and all the other socials that are out there, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, etc., everyone is like always in a hurry to make their point, make a statement, let the person who posted know their thoughts on the comment section. And the thought that my pastor brought was, in America today, we don't need people to make statements. We need them to make a difference. And that really hit hard for me, because I know back, even a few years ago, when I was trying to make a difference with my presence online, truthfully, that was like what I did. I found things to draw a line in the sand over and kind of made that the emphasis of what defined me. And when you look in scripture, Jesus tells us the defining attribute of someone who's a follower of Christ is that they're going to have love one for another. It isn't that they have this perfect set of rules that they abide by. It isn't that they go to a certain church or a certain denomination. It's that they have love. And when you think about the core of the statement from Pastor Chip, he said we don't need people to make statements, we need people to make a difference. How do you make a difference in today, right? Is it by pointing out facts? Is it by, posting everything that you possibly can to prove your point? It's not complicated in the day and age that we live on to say the left does this and the right does that. And depending on your viewpoint and your vantage point, you might agree with either of those sides. I can't say I agree with you, but there are people that I know, love, and respect that I can't comprehend why they're falling on the side politically that they're falling on. But at the end of the day, that doesn't give me a right to write them off or, tag them in a scolding post of their views and their belief systems. And that just seems to happen continuously. And I want to encourage everyone today, don't try and find that one thing that you can stand on and set yourself apart. Yes, as Christians, we should be sanctified and be different and be willing to stand out for Christ. I'm not at all diminishing that. But what I am emphasizing is when it comes to current events and politics and all of these things, until the millennium comes, we are not going to all agree politically. We're just not. Even your closest friends and family, you eventually will disagree somewhere. But today, as you go about your day, and I'm going to endeavor to do this as well, live out every minute you have with love. And if there's that little old lady walking to her car and can't get the package of water bottles into her trunk, walk over and pick up the water bottles and put them into her trunk. If there's someone at work that's struggling and you can just tell is not doing well, talk to them. Talk through their problems. Let them know that you're there for them. Not in a creepy way. Not especially if you're married, you have to be careful with, opening up like that to either a guy or a girl at the office. But if there's a comrade of yours that he's across the table from you, or he sits next to you, or works in the same area as you, and you can just tell he's struggling, the way that you will be known differently from everyone else in culture is if you can show love to another person. And that's my goal today. I hope these morning talks make sense to someone. Being very genuine, I'm sitting here and I'm like, who in the world would want to listen to this guy? Yes, I have a pretty good resume of life experience, and currently in the middle of raising 5 kids, and I don't have any kind of pedigree. I have a college degree from a Bible college that's not even accredited. I don't have what the world considers the credentials to be giving advice. But if these things help you guys, I would love for the things that I have learned in life to be able to help you. And not saying I have everything right. That's very much the opposite. But one thing I do know is consistent is I have a God who's right, and I have scriptures to guide me in the path of the right. So hope you guys appreciated that. If you have any questions, or if you have any thoughts on just other things, feel free to leave that in the comment section. If you have any prayer needs, prayer requests, I would love to bring that to my family to be able to pray for you. And as this community grows, and if you see people who post, comment, whatever, I would encourage you to pray for them. And one of these times, I think we'll get into the tangibility of prayer and what it actually means to us in today's day and age. But that being said, I'll let you guys go. There will be some content posted from over here at TPC Perstancia. I'm super excited to have my nephew Landon with me. Pray for him. He's he's not feeling good today. He went boating over the weekend and has some kind of ear infection, so hopefully he doesn't use that as the excuse as to why I beat him, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.